and welcome to Obsidian Bay Stories. We have another story from the Bay of Obsidian. Francisco Scaramanga. Francisco, what's your story?
The smell always gets me. The sweat of horses and men, oil from weapons and armor, grass upturned, the fear thick, pungent. The sun was high, heating my armor to an uncomfortable level. Sky blue, not a cloud. If it wasn't for what was about to happen, it would be a beautiful day, perfect for a picnic. But not this day. This day is for death, maiming, chaos, the feral struggle of men fighting for their lives. Today, it was war. I look to the left and right of me. I see rows upon rows of horses, ridden by my armored comrades. Men and women that I have lived and fought with for years. They are my family. They are the people that I will murder with. They are the people that will die alongside of me. I would lay down my life for this family. We sit waiting, the fear bubbling in me, the fear that I have learnt long ago to turn to strength and anger and power. The flag flutters. Arrows darken the sky as they arc across the field towards the enemy. The next flag flutters. We turn as one unit like a giant centipede. Horses snorting, hooves smashing the ground. We race down the side behind the main infantry, riding through a narrow galley. Up over the rise, we see the flank of the enemy. We charge head on. Now the adrenaline grips. That creature in me that just breathes war. We crash into the enemy, bodies flying, horses screaming. I can smell shit and blood. That familiar singing as I swing hard down to take another life. I watch lances pierce through men as they scream for their mothers. I see horses trampling dead bodies, piling high now. We push deep into the enemy. To my left, a person I have known for 5 years falls. I push that memory, that thought, that emotion deep in the back of my mind. Not now, later. Never think of the dead now. Keep moving. That is the only way that he or I will survive. Deep in enemy ranks, surrounded on all sides by little ants that are my enemy. I swing hard, holding my shield in position. Now I do not think. Now this is pure training and instinct. I have done this so many times that now I do not think. I crush skull, I smash arm, collarbone, rib. It is just instinct. They are not people anymore. They are just targets. They are just something that I must push through so I live, so my comrades live. I see a small boy with a drum. My horse mows him down as he trampled under its hooves. I don't think of him as a boy. He is another target. We are now deep behind the lines. The archers have stopped and our infantry are pouring across the plain, the screaming feral like animals caught in traps. They crash into the infantry of the enemy. Now the chaos begins. We push hard towards them to make the loop, the death circle. Excuse me. From the side of my eye, I see a glint. I made a mistake. A sharp, piercing pain, a burning, hits the side of my throat. A flash of light. Then nothing. I am falling, falling. I laugh. So this is how it finishes. I don't feel me hitting the ground. I don't hear the screams of men anymore. There is nothing, a void, an open hole that I have fallen into that has no bottom. And then I sense, I feel that I am not myself and I have no will of my own. I can vaguely see or hear that I do things, but I don't know why or how. Then that too is gone. The only thing that I feel is I must protect. But what and how? I am nothing here. Then I open my eyes and I see the sky. The sky is cloudy and dark, and I see rain falling, but I feel no rain on my body. I can hear birds, the crackle of a fire, but I hear no voices. I can hear the wind, but I do not feel it. I slowly raise my head and stand. There are bodies all around me, but they are not my comrades. There are dead or undead, and there are the dead living. There are skeletons and ghouls and deformed creatures intermingled with soldiers dressed in a uniform I do not recognize. I look at my body. I don't have a body. I don't want to go there. I scavenge what I can from the dead. I put on pieces of armor that do not fit anymore. I pick up weapons. I just do what my training tells me to do. I can remember the battle, but I do not remember my life. I know I had a farm, but I do not remember where. I think I had a family. I know I had children, but I see no faces. I just have a feeling of them. But I have this urge to protect, but what? I just follow instinct. I pick up shield and axe. I pick up pieces that will cover what was my body. And now I see the scavengers of battle coming. The people that follow the war camp, that move in after it's finished and steal and take what they can from the dead. I walk away slowly from them. I don't think that they would welcome me now. I walk and walk to find this thing that I need to protect. I walk.
Awesome. So you find yourself walking across this desolate, destroyed battlefield. And right then you see a couple of people walking up, picking up bodies. Bodies of soldiers of both sides, and throwing them on a cart. They're scavenging. They're picking up the bodies and throwing them on. They're off in the distance. They haven't seen you yet. What do you do?
I need a way off the battlefield.
Mm.
I will hide myself in the cart.
Okay. So do you just fall down into pieces?
I will move to the side of where they are laying the bodies before they put them on the cart, and I will drop to the ground and lay still.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Oh my God, that was lucky.
You do it perfectly. After about an hour of picking up pieces and moving around the cart, these guys are just the worst. They pile bodies on top of bodies, and they pile them up on this cart, and you hear the gruff talking between them, and they're moving along. Ugh, God, what a bloody bunch these fuckers were. Yeah, well, we got to get him to Lazarus. You know, he's going to pay us something for him. Yeah, can't wait to get back. This is taking forever. God. Hey, you got something on you over there. Oh, my fucking entrails, man. God damn it. Fuck. After a couple of hours of riding in this cart, they pull up to what you still see through your eyes that you can't close is a orc encampment. And the orcs open the gates for them. They go through the orc encampment and they go into a cave system. Inside the cave system, it gets dark and dark and darker. And you find yourself inside of a very busy tunnel filled with people moving from side to side. And you stop in a place where there's a processing facility. You smell a chemical reagent that smells like something you've never smelled before, something pure. Something silvery even. But it's foreign to anything you've ever known, foreign to anything that you know is natural. And now the same men are unpacking the cart. And they're getting ready, and as you watch, they're throwing the bodies into another hopper that is then moving the bodies and sealing them off. What do you do?
I'll try and dig myself deeper to find a place where they will not pick me up from the cart.
Okay. As you look
Even
around,
if I have to go underneath.
Yeah, as you look around, you do see a way off the cart. And you know enough about carts just from your internal knowledge that you could crawl underneath the axles. And based on what these guys have been doing and their lack of care for these bodies and the fact that they're pushing these bodies into some sort of a hopper, not putting them into a burial, not giving them anything that is what you would recognize as a decent way to respect the living by respecting the dead, it disgusts you. What do? Do you fight them?
No. I stay hidden.
Okay. Roll me another stealth check.
That's not gonna work.
Oh man, I'm gonna give you advantage on that one, mainly because there's so much commotion going on, and I don't expect them to be even expecting any of the bodies to move. And so you have prepared yourself for this, and you take your time and you're patient. You're not rushed. This isn't a difficult thing to do if you are patient. And it sounds like you're patient. The honest was, were you going to be feisty with them? But you aren't. So you slowly but clumsily move underneath the cart and find a place that gives you access over the axles, and a very uncomfortable ride is in front of you. They scoop up all the bodies and they pack the cart up and they start turning around, and you hear them talking about the Orc Slayers Guild, and they got to get the cart back to the Orc Slayers Guild. And they move outside of the gates of the Orc camp, and they move down towards what they say is Obsidian Bay. And after an hour or two of time passage, you're still clinging on. Roll me a dex save.
Oh, lucky.
You're clutching on, and you keep all your stuff that you had with you as you move through these this time, hanging on to axles, clutching on to the wagon itself. As these men move the wagon through and into a place that, as you hear in conversation, is the Orc Slayers Guild new headquarters, and they back you into a place where they stack, they store the cart, and they put the horses away. And after a while, it gets quiet. What do you do?
I will take myself out from the wagon, slowly, meticulously moving. I don't want to make much noise. Once I'm out from the wagon, I will look around,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
look at the stable, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're in the middle of the city right now, inside the main inner wall of the city, and you found yourself in a place that is now quiet and has gone dark. In the time that's taken to travel from where you were in the morning through the orc encampment and now into the city itself, um, you are now um, inside of a stable, um, and you can look around and move about. You're pretty much
So I
covered
look
up, right?
around.
You're a
Yeah.
skeleton, but you have a full, looks like a full visor and armament on.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just chain mail, but he's got a full-faced helmet.
Okay.
Um, I'm going to look around for a sack, like a burlap sack of some kind, sackcloth.
It's easy to find in there. So this is
He's
a
got
yeah. There's definitely scrap sacks
grabs
laying
it.
on the ground that they fed oats and barley and hay, oats and barley to the horses with. Yeah.
I'm going to grab one and I'm going to just cut it open, drape it over my shoulder.
Excellent.
So it's sort of partly just over my shoulder like a sash.
Okay.
I just want to keep it. And then I will make my way out of the stable onto whatever street is out there.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to walk out into the street. But what are you looking for? What are you hungry for? What is it that's driving you at this moment? There's got to be something that you are needing. You're now lost in a city, and yet, what's wrong with you? What do you need?
So his main needs right now is why? Why am I like this? What happened? But I have this incredible urge to protect. But it's not for himself. It's to protect something else that he does not know of. It's just like a wanting, almost like an addiction. It needs to be fed and he doesn't know from what. So he'll come out. And the other part of him is people. He has an urge to be near people, living people, live people.
Is he aware though of the trouble that he's going to cause people? He obviously is at some point because he has covered
Oh,
himself in
he's
a burlap
aware.
sack.
That's why he's covered him, and he's got the
Yeah.
sack to
Okay.
use for us. He knows that they would find him repulsive,
Yeah.
probably just burn him.
Uh-huh.
But it's like a moth to a flame.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And he has no
It's that
memories.
attraction.
There's nothing to call upon. No arcana checks that we can roll. It's just simply going to be dumb luck for him to find something, or keen observation as well.
He knows soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was, and that's what he still is, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He'll know soldiers. So probably the first thing that he would try and do is find a soldier
Mm-hmm.
and ask directions.
Okay.
Purely because they're the only people that he really knows.
Mm-hmm. But he doesn't quite look like a soldier because he's wearing armor that's like bloodied and messed up. So he definitely looks more like an adventurer than he does a soldier.
He's mud.
Yeah.
His armor is covered in mud and probably bits and pieces and blood, dried blood and horse shit, and also all the mud and crap he got from being under a wagon.
Yeah. And he's definitely carrying himself with a bit of grace, it sounds like. So it seems like he would walk without alerting anyone that there's something amiss. It's not like he's a stop motion skeleton.
And he's tall. He's 6'5".
Okay, so definitely people would see him, and anyone who's walking with their visor down is definitely somebody who is choosing to be anonymous inside their armor in a day when people can do that. Today, people don't do that. No one wears armor.
I'm just going to
Yeah.
take a piece of his sack,
Okay.
the very bottom, cut off a square, and he's going to tie it to the inside of his helmet.
So even if someone peers inside.
Up,
okay. Oh, even if he peers it up, it's still going to be a covered up face.
It's going to be covered up face.
So if someone does see him, they're going to assume it's someone who's been damaged by fire or acid and is choosing to hide their face, their disfigured face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's, disgusting to peer at.
So people will have compassion for him if they see him. They won't be able to look into his eyes, but it'll be dark, so it won't matter. It's not like he has red dots where his eyes are that would alert people.
No, he doesn't.
Evil.
He just has holes.
Okay, good. So it's easy enough for him to follow the streets, and I think it would be logical that he would flow his way to where is the Poorman's Gate, because that is the closest place where he would find the closest thing to soldiers, which are city guards. And there are city guards at the Poorman's Gate, and they do see him approaching, and from the inner wall of the city, so they assume that he has already gained access and is a friendly. So what do you say when the city guards look towards you before they say a thing? What do you do?
He will approach.
Mm-hmm.
And come to a slight attention and give them a salute with the hand to the chest.
They return the salute properly, respectfully.
I'll go, you men.
It's a slow day. We're just no problems so far. No rogues. Nobody. No pickpocketers, and nobody trying to use their weapon in the city. So that's a good day for us. You know. We don't get the spare change that the guys at the front gate get, but we get to collect the tokens. So, what can I do for you?
Leave you out.
Nah, they don't leave us out of anything. We get our cut. What's going on? So, where are you? What are you, paladin?
In a way, I just got in from battle. Where can I go to freshen up, clean up, get this crap off my armor?
You need to go to see Gundagoot. You clearly need a shield.
I do.
Go see Gundagoot. Why aren't you? Are you new here?
Yes, the battle did not go well. We ended up wherever we could.
Which battle? You were in a battle?
It was to the north of here.
Oh, okay. And he looks closely at you and notices that you've covered yourself. Oh, yeah. No, go see Gundagoot. He'll know what to do. No, go see Gundagoot. He'll take care of things. And he points the direction, and you see a sign that welcome wench, and it points you on your way.
Thank you. May your pockets get full. And I'll give them another salute and move off.
They salute you in return.
So I'll make my way up the road to where they said to go. Looking for this Gundagoot.
Gundagoot. With that, we head to... There's Quarter. Is the easiest hook in this place. Person would be a fool not to go there. Oh. All right, and now we move our field of play to Adventurer's Quarter. All right, and I think you guys have now moved. So as you come around the corner, you see a vibrant city that fills your heart with sorrow because all the warmth that you see around you doesn't warm you. All the happiness and joy that you see in the people that are playing outside in the street, all the shops and the inns and the leather workers and the village halls and the weavers, the tailors and the dairy and the miller. The dairy really hurts you because you look at it and you think about milk, mother's milk. You think about the things that used to warm you inside, and all of a sudden those things make you feel lonely because you have no connection to those things anymore. Those things are as foreign to you as if you were an alien in this world, as if you were something that didn't belong. And every time you see people happy, joyful, children and mothers and the fathers that they're running home to, you become even more alone. Everything you see that would normally give a person joy causes you to feel pain and suffering. It is like a knife in your gut. If you had a gut, then you wish you had a gut to have a knife being poked into. It's as if you wish you could suffer, but you can't.
But traditions are meant.
You come around the corner and you see off in the distance, the direction that you're being pointed to by the city signs, you see a man smoking a spliff, staring at a man on a pike across the way. And just then he turns and looks at you. What do you do?
Approach, raise my hand, palm up. Say, do you know this Gandaguk I look for?
He approaches. He says, "You're looking for Gundagoot." What's your name, stranger?
Yes.
What's your name, stranger?
Francisco Scaramanga.
Ah, what a
And
noble man you
God
are.
pointed me towards Gandaguk. I need to clean up and to maybe buy some implements.
Indeed you do. We have baths here available to all of our adventurers that come here. And you need new implements. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, what you have looks fine. You have very fine gear. I definitely see that as a long sword. Wow. Well, I am the Gundagoot of which you speak and of which you seek. And what can I do for you? Are you just looking for this and to clean up? We've got an inn and we've got the best biscuits and gravy in Obsidian Bay. Well, what brings you here, stranger?
Oh, there was a battle a ways from here that did not go well. I fear that I may be the only one that has made it here.
Really? So, which battle is this? Who was your commander?
Commander Thornson.
Scratches his head.
Yes.
That's okay. Well, friend, please come in and let's see what we can do for you. And he does at that moment look deeply into your eyes, and you see him reach out and help you up the steps to the welcome wench.
Thank you.
Please come in and talk to Hesta, the village elder, if you have time. Do you have a moment?
Yes.
Oh.
Why?
Well, first we'll get you cleaned up. How about that? Maybe that'll repair a bit of your nobility that you so well deserve. And then we'll have you talk to Hesta, the village elder. Excellent. We'll see what we can do.
I do have an embarrassing problem, though.
Oh, tell me about it.
In my leaving from the battlefield, I seem to have mislaid my coin purse.
Say no more. I won't embarrass you further. Please, come in. We'll take care of everything. Hesta will know the answer.
Thank you. You are gracious.
And with that, we put a pin in his story, and we zoom out to the bigger picture to find out who is the next person, the next contestant on Who's New in Obsidian Bay. Who is new in Obsidian Bay? Who wants to go next? Anybody? I like that sound. All right, let's hear who's next. And let's drag you out to our battlefield. Right underneath the Obsidian Bay region, or I'll drag you out for you. Need some help, Kelly?
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
I can do it. Who are we doing?
We were gonna do our new ones, right?
Yeah, I
So
can't.
Jezebel?
Jezebel. I can't read the posts anymore. There's been so many posts.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's a good thing. J-E or G. Anyway, let me find your name.
It's J-E.
Oh, okay. Jezebel. Boom. Jezebel is on the screen. Jezebel is doing a thing. What's up, Jezebel? What you doing? What thing are you doing with us today?
So I'm gonna read her bio.
Awesome.
I grew up in the grassy hillside not far from the village my father was born in. My father was never what most would call an extrovert, so after he and Mommy talked it over, they built a house in an old abandoned foxhole after digging it out a little more. I was taught to be a druid, just like my father, and taught to practice medicine, just like my mom. We lived a peaceful life with our forest friends and all the books that Daddy brought home from his adventures. That's mostly how we made our way, through Mommy selling her cures to those who weren't in dire need and giving it freely to those who were desperate for help. Daddy would bring home all kinds of souvenirs from his adventures, and I loved hearing the stories from all his friends. I was especially fond of the young dwarf paladin who taught me dwarvish, and would sit outside the foxhole with me and stare at the stars through the trees. Bane was a kind young man, the youngest of Daddy's group, and would always make sure to bring me books and trinkets along with all that Daddy brought to us. I promised him one night when we were staring at the stars together that I would become an adventurer too. He told me it was dangerous work, and I remember the sadness in his warm hazelnut eyes when he told me that he won't be adventuring with my father for much longer because he wanted to make his own way, make his own name. Bane told me he tried to visit, but that he couldn't make any promises, no matter how badly he wanted to. I believed the earnest look in his eyes, and the sound of his voice breaking when he said goodbye that night, leaving before the others did in the morning. Daddy had always been fond of him, and still was. When I told Daddy about that promise, he smiled with so much warmth and kindness. He handed me the dandelion crown he was working on as I worked on a daisy chain for Mommy's new wreath for the coming summer feast, and he placed my old bunny ear headband on my head. My dear daughter, if you are to go lead the life of an adventurer, remember these 3 parts of who you are, if nothing else. Remember to be brave, because that heart of yours is stronger than the ones I've seen in most men. Remember to be honest, because that sweet voice of yours was crafted from honeysuckle and never bramble. And most importantly, remember to be kind. Your kindness will get you farther than any eagle's wing, any fish's fin, any rabbit's foot. Your heart, my dear daughter, was crafted from the soft petals of deep violet crocuses and the shimmering opals and fluorides found in the mines, and stitched whole by the strongest, greenest ivy that has ever grown to the very top of every horrible building that has ever been built over a loving forest. I give you my blessing and my thanks. To that I asked why I sniffled at my happy tears. Daddy laughed and wiped his own tears that faintly fell from his soft, spring green eyes. Because, my dearest, you are my daughter, and that is the greatest gift you could have ever given me.
Aw. That's a cool story. So, tell us about her. So, what brings her from? I know, right? Everybody's feeling the feels now. How is it that we have a skeleton and a squishy bunny, one after the other, and we're all feeling the feels from both of them? What's going on, guys? The
I don't know.
Jezebel,
That skeleton was rad.
wasn't he awesome? Yeah.
He was really good. I was crying. Like
Nice.
I had real tears here.
Good, good. That's what I like to hear. Jezebel, um, what brings you to Obsidian Bay?
I'm adventuring, and I've decided to find my way to Obsidian Bay because that was where my father would always spend time when he was coming home from his adventures and needed a place to rest.
Okay.
He always would talk about the welcome wench and how everyone was so rowdy but fun and stuff like that.
Perfect. That's what I want to hear. Beautiful. All right. And so yeah, let's go ahead and so when you travel, are you traveling by yourself, or did you glom onto a group? Are you on a horse? Are you riding a wagon? How would you travel through a long distance?
I have been traveling all by myself because I honestly I'm kind of scared of people. I'm a bit of a hermit, but I want to make friends. I want to have an adventuring group just like Daddy's did.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and I saw some bunnies on the way here, and they kind of like
Okay.
helped me find my way because bunnies are great friends.
Okay. So even though you're bunny like, you're still feeling super toughy though, right? Because you're a druid, so hanging out in the woods and being alone is something you're just absolutely natural at, right? It's natural for you to be in the woods. So most people would find it terrifying to be hanging out in the woods, but for something that is a druid, no, being around people is the terrifying part. So
Absolutely,
I totally
agree.
believe. Yeah, I totally believe in you going on by yourself, as squishy as you are, and now you pridefully, as a Lightfoot halfling, just kind of step right up to the guards at the gate and approach them. And how do you approach these gnarly looking guards at the city gate? Go ahead, move your token. So there's a long road. There's a marshy wetland all around the city, making it, if you don't know much about martial combat and stuff, but if you did, you'd realize that, oh my God, this would be a horrifying place to try to mount an attack on a city, because everything for like a mile, half a kilometer around is just marshy wetland. And if you try to set up some sort of like way of attacking this thing, you're going to have a bad day all day for like a month. And so there's a road that does stick up, and you have to follow that one road all the way to the entrance to the expedition gate, which is coming from the north. Actually, the map here is twisted because it's our right, because screw north. So you move up into the expedition gate, and two guards approach you, and they. But are you wearing the bunny ears? Are you exactly? Does the carpet match? Yeah, you are. You are wearing the.
She's wearing the bunny ears.
Well, we got ourselves a little hippie, don't we? Oh my God! What's your business in Obsidian Bay, young man?
Hi. I'm here to adventure, just like my father was. And he always told me stories about Obsidian Bay, so here I am. It's nice to meet you today.
Where are you going in Obsidian Bay? What's your business, specifically?
The welcome wench, I heard, is where adventurers go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. And well, ma'am, just head on in around the corner, and you got it. That's what you needed to do. Yep. Heard enough. Don't need to bother you anymore. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Okay.
Yeah, oh, you too, ma'am. You're super cute. Wasn't she super cute? Man, would you stop that shit? God damn it, you need to stop being so freaking squishy. And with that, you walk inside. And the guards are being mad at each other right now. And who's next? Anybody want to go next? It happened one time, guys. That's it. It's never going to happen again. I promise you, it's never going to happen again. All right, who's next?
My character can go next, but he starts inside the city considering he's from the city.
Okay, cool. Tell me a story. But just drag him out to the area so we can, or drag him out to the city where you think he starts, so I can like click on his token and maximize him on the screen.
Guess his father will own an inn in the Wharf District.
You want to go to the Wharf District, huh? You don't want to go to the Strange Quarter? Isn't that the funnest place
Ooh,
to be?
wait. Oh, yeah.
Strange
Forgot about
Quarter.
Strange Quarter.
I know, it's so
That would make
strange.
sense.
Everybody wants to be a weirdo, god dang it. All right, and here we go. Tell us your story.
Helios Quincy grew up in Obsidian Bay. His father was an elf innkeeper, and his mother his father's human barkeep. He grew up not wanting for anything, but not as well as he should have, because the local gangs had extorted his father for protection money. This angered a young Helios, who swore he'd help his father when he grew older. So, Helios practiced fighting, at first with a stick, working his way up to a weighted metal bar to mimic a sword. When he was old enough, he joined the city guard, wanting to make a difference in the city, and to help his father. He worked for the city guard for 10 years until one day he found a couple of his fellow guardsmen extorting money from a shopkeeper. He confronted them, and they were shocked, telling him that all the guards did it. Helios was so shocked and went to his peers to report them. When he told them what happened, they heard that he could either do the same or not, but told him not to start any trouble with the others for it. Helios was furious and resigned from the guard. He hopes to become an adventurer with the hopes to become well-known and influential enough to force the guards to change, to become a force for the protection of the people of the city of Obsidian Bay.
What a noble guy. Almost makes me want to respect the city guard. Not really. So,
He'd still be in the city guard if that were the case.
exactly. There's no saving those guys. So, tell me more. What's going to bring you from where you're at to something different? What else are you going to do?
Well, having been a city guard for 10 years, he's heard a lot about the adventurers and how they tend to start off at the Welcome Wench. So he thought he'd go there and talk to the citywide and well-known Gundagoot
Okay.
about becoming an adventurer.
Cool. So Gundagoot is the hookup that you see as the way to become an adventurer. All right.
Yep.
Smart guy. That is definitely the way to roll. And yeah, he probably knows of Ari. So go ahead and make your way to the Welcome Wench, and we'll have you walk on in, and we'll assume that you probably know Gundy, and you're going to present yourself as like it's time, and you want to now step beyond where you're at. But I'd like to hold off on that until we have everybody come in. Well, maybe we should. Let's have no. We've already gotten one Gundagoot encounter. I'm going to have you and a couple people meet up at the same time. Who else is next? Who we got? Anybody else ready to go? Anybody? Ready? Eldan, are you ready? Hey Grayson, why are you seeing ads up there in Roll20? You shouldn't see ads up in Roll20. That shit should be nerfed. Eldan, are you here? Okay, well.
Oh, next? sorry. Eldan, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was actually just waiting for someone else to see if they wanted to go, but wow, I'm gonna go if no one else will.
I think you're the last one.
Oh, really?
Of the new characters that are ready to.
Oh, right.
So we're going to drag you out. Where you at, Eldan? Tell again. I'm a noob.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna start then.
All right.
My name is Eldan Talagan. I'm a wood elf with a knack for less legal matters. After all, this was all that my mother taught me. I tried other things at least. I tried to study magic. It was my dream too, to acquire magical lore. But my master told me to never come back, not after I blew up his entire classroom. My magic is strong, but completely uncontrollable, it seems. My mother had to pay quite a lot of gold to fix my master's mistake. That's how I saw it, at least. Since I was a little boy, the only people that could ever take my attention are my two parents. My father, which was a simple hard-working farmer, and my ranger mother. Yes, that's right. They're the only ones. Despite father being a farmer, he was a man that always tried for better, that wanted to go further than what he was. He was a tall, strong man, unlike me though, flimsy and weak as I am. I couldn't tell him about how I felt about the elves. While he was different from them, he respected the elven style of life. My mother instead was similar to me. She could see through me whatever lie I could come up with, but she wouldn't scold me. She understood. She saw elven society just as it is. These slow, dull elves are the epitome of boredom. They don't understand that everyone else is passing them by. Living 1,000 years means nothing if you do nothing with all that time. Humans understand what it means to live. They try to leave a mark. They try to grow, not like us. We are arrogant and foolish. Fools that rely on what our nature gives us and never try to do more. What a waste. My mother saw the plantation on me all the time, really. It's too bad she missed the mark with my magic, but she did a good job instilling her skills into me at least. She showed me her love that way through grueling training, showed me how to act in society, and obviously fix how bad I was at lying, and how to hide my distaste for my fellow countrymen. Honestly though, I wanted to start adventuring through more normal means. That's also something I was preparing for, but I never thought my father would be killed like that right in front of me. And why did it happen? A damn elven mugger didn't want to pay for his vegetables. A heated argument on vegetables. That's how his life was extinguished. Luckily enough, or unluckily, I saw everything. My mother tried to stop me from committing a crime when she found out I knew who did it. But I couldn't accept that. This is a family matter. Society can't understand. But she should, shouldn't she? She told me that my way is not going to fix anything. Damn all of it then. I'm fixing my promise. There's nothing else to do after all. A pledge to the family is a pledge for a life. Eye for an eye, life for a life. This is how I started my adventure, as a criminal. I was an outcast anyway, so now I will try to use the skill she taught me where it matters. There's lots to do in the vast world, lots of knowledge to acquire. I'm sure there has to be some ancient dungeon around here, and some nice adventures might just help me out, even if they want to or not. And that's how it ends.
All right. Well, there's where it starts. Because now we begin your story into Obsidian Bay. So, what brings you from where you're at to Obsidian Bay? Why would you travel from this place of comfort and find this weird place of Obsidian Bay?
The true reason for why I'm adventuring is to alleviate my boredom. I'm just bored of Elven society. I don't want to live this life.
Okay. So, you're randomly walking from place to place, adventuring the countryside.
Yeah.
And so, are you traveling by yourself or Yep.
For now, I am. I haven't found
liked how
anyone
your
that.
father died. That's nice. It is. No, you did. We do beat up on the cliche aspects of stories, but at the same time, you did a nice job. You didn't fall into anything cliche. So please accept our praise and our our criticism. So equally.
Yeah, no. I wasn't mad at that. Just to be clear, I wasn't mad at anything. I was saying that.
Same. So I love to give and I love to take. So bring it on. And otherwise, let's see how it ends up on the battlefield is what I say. So no matter what, we've got a battlefield here. So it doesn't matter what we say to each other. We got a battlefield to settle everything we have to deal with. So. The dice will decide our fates. We just get to talk shit in between. Lady
Luck.
She's definitely in charge. I try to submit to her every day, and if you guys ever think I'm trying to pervert Lady Luck, you can intervene. So on that note, you are adventuring, and you know of the city, this big city of Obsidian Bay. Why don't you zoom out on that big city and have a look at all the little red details? Because people go to New York with big eyes on their head of New York City. But no one goes to New York City just because it's New York City. They go to New York City specifically for a reason. And so let's figure out for you what that reason is. Other people that you've encountered so far and listened to their stories, they've had some other reasons why they want to do what they want to do. And they've ended up at places that aren't actually on the map. You would probably end up here because you have some specific reason, and it might be a failed and disgustingly horrible reason, but I'll be glad to let you take a turn at choosing one and let you play the game. So choose. What do you want to do? Why would you want to come to Obsidian Bay? And talk to us about it. Let's figure out why your character would want to do this.
The reason I'm coming to Obsidian Bay is exactly just to find an adventuring party and try to find every ancient dungeon.
Okay,
tomb, whatever.
Done. You've heard stories about the Welcome Wench and this Gundagoot fellow. who runs the militia in the Adventurers Quarter. This place has specific quarters for their military, which is the Shield District. They have separated everything, and they keep them in the outer wall of the city, which is, any city that has multiple walls, everybody that lives outside the inner wall knows that, our lives are at the purchase of the people's inside lives. Okay? So if, being in the Adventurers Quarter, yes, you've got a wall up, but guess what? That's the feinting retreat part of our attack. Because the first thing the guards are going to do is fight a little bit and then run back to the inner wall and let the people jump into that and waste their time killing the minions that are residing inside Adventurers Quarter. They are living outside of the city proper, and so they're there as bait, let's just say. So definitely the Adventurers Quarter knows their place, and this. This is standard military tactics, and as a person who's studied adventuring, you know that this is a really cool place to go to. So you are approaching the gate, the expedition gate. Go ahead and approach it. There are marshlands all around you for almost a kilometer from the city walls, and on the high road that leads to this expedition gate, there are 2 guards that are spending their time talking to people, and there's a queue of people between you and the front gates, and the guards now approach you. And what do you say to them?
Hello, sirs. No, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Hello, sirs. I'm trying to find out about the adventure quarter.
No, right. Yeah. Bet you are. What brings you to Obsidian Bay? You just want to be an adventurer, huh?
Exactly, sir.
Oh, that sounds like a noble fucking roguish profession, huh? You're probably a rogue, aren't you?
Me? No, there's no way I could be a rogue, sir. I'm a fighter.
You're a fighter, huh? Oh yeah? Huh. I'm a fighter too. Yeah? What's your fighting style?
Just a bit of, the usual.
The usual. That's a great answer.
Sword in hand.
That's not ambiguous at all. Yeah, absolutely. That's not ambiguous.
Sword in hand.
What do you think about this guy? Yeah, you think he's a rogue? I think he's a rogue. He looks like a rogue to me. He definitely looks like a rogue. Yeah, think he's a rogue. Yep, definitely. Yeah, he's got a scimitar. No, he doesn't even have a weapon. You're calling yourself a fighter. You don't even have a proper weapon. You got he's got 2 daggers. He's got 2 daggers. Look at him. There he is. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you laughing at me, sir?
He's definitely a rogue. I'm not laughing at you, boy. I'm wondering whether I'm going to let you into this city where I've got taxpayers that I am paid to protect from people like you. Do you understand me?
I understand you, sir. That's why I also have a longbow besides these 2 daggers.
Yeah, I see that. You want to keep that longbow, elf?
Of course. Why would I want to part with it?
Well, how about you leave it outside the city when you go inside the city, because I don't want anybody getting hurt by it.
Sir, I don't think a longbow could be used that way. I think the arrows could be used that way.
Oh, you're pretty funny, aren't you? Yep. Yeah, he thinks he's smart. He must have more wisdom than intelligence, huh? He must have real low intelligence and real low wisdom. Therefore, he thinks he's smarter than he actually is. That's probably what's going on with this one. Boy, he ain't smart at all. Oh, my God. How about you give me the bow and the arrows, and then we'll let you go inside the city. You can come out. Hey, when you leave the city, you can come back and get them. Just leave them right here with us. Me and Zeke will take care of them for you.
Huh.
Yep. I don't think we need to let you in the city with those bow and arrows because, obviously you know how the arrows work.
I can give you a dagger if you want.
Oh, we'll take your daggers too, both of them. We'll just go ahead and unequip you. You can leave them right here, and he shows you a paperwork. You can sign for it. Leave your equipment right here, and you won't need them inside the city anyway. As long as
I'm just gonna leave everything. I'm gonna leave everything. There's no need to.
He offers you paperwork. You can sign the paperwork. It looks legit. It's actually got the stamp of the seal of the city, and he goes ahead and takes your daggers and your longbow and your arrows, and he goes, okay, keep your fingers in your own pockets, rogue.
Yes, sir. I wasn't actually going to do anything of the sort, so no problem.
They keep moving because they don't want you to pick their pockets.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Myself,
Keep
please.
moving. He goes. He bids you entrance to the city, and you're pretty sure you're going to get your gear back. And with that, you are in the city. And right then, you are running into someone else. Hold on for a second. Let me grab the two of you.
Oh, sorry.
And Z, are you ready? Z, are you ready?
Yeah.
You know what's coming?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he says. This is your funnest new character. We've just been working on this character, making this weird little character because we like to laugh at McDonald's. Jezebel, as you're walking in the city, the first thing you're confronted with is this cute little gnome with a little burger stand. Okay, there's a little freaking burger stand right inside the city gates. And play us some music, burger stand boy.
Happy Meals, buy Happy Meals. Feed Happy Meals. Here, come buy Happy Meals.
Oh my God.
I'm
the
so
hell?
sorry. I'm watching my figure.
Wait, that's not a thing in the age. But you still find it confounding, right? I mean, there's something really curious about this guy offering burgers, and he's wanting to give you one for free. It's a happy meal, and it's happiness. Are you entranced by this at all?
I am concerned, and being a druid and being a hermit at that, I am a little wary of this.
Okay,
It doesn't.
You eat berries.
Right.
You're not really a burger eater.
Yeah.
But you've never encountered a burger, too. Do you eat meat at all?
No.
Like, druids eat people, right? Like, don't druids eat stuff? Like, my other druids, like, can't stop eating people, and I'm kind of sick of it. But you...
They eat people?
They have this whole argument about if they can eat people or not and still not be a cannibal. And I'm like, no, you're a cannibal. Even if you're a druid and you shapeshift and you eat a person, you're still a cannibal. But yeah, I have to argue with them.
No, she's mostly vegetarian.
Okay.
She'll eat like fish.
Okay, cool. So, but do you find this confounding? Are you confused by what you're seeing? What do you think about it?
She's very confused, which makes her all the more suspicious.
Suspicious. We're immediately suspicious of this. This is like McDonald's. So, Eldan, you walk up and you're watching this little bunny girl hanging out with this guy who's really trying to sell her some Happy Meals, which is a weird thing to sell in this day and age. You've never heard of this idea, but it's, today it's like everywhere. But Eldan, what do you think about that?
In my mind, I'm thinking of what the hell is going on here. But at least I'm trying to understand what these Happy Meals are.
Oh,
I'm trying to be perceptive about them.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Oh,
Okay, let me get to the perception check first though.
Ooh, you're super perceptive-y. They are greasy and goody, and it's just like the smell like hits your lungs. Like, wow, it smells really good. If you're hungry, which you should be after walking a really long distance, these smell like the best thing ever. These are the kinds of things like you would really want to eat. And this guy is really good at like offering these to you. He's really making them sound enticing. Go ahead, make them sound enticing.
you gentlemen, come get my Happy Meals. These are completely free for first time.
Oh, thank you, sir. If the little bunny girl won't take them, I'll take them.
Wonderful. And here, take this toy too.
No, you can keep it there. Thanks, but I don't need it.
Oh, but it comes with Happy Meal. I beg that you take it.
Well, I'll take it. Fine. Thanks.
It's a little egg, and you notice that it's a cute little egg that you could open up, and look inside of it. There's like maybe a thing inside of it.
I check for traps.
Okay, roll a perception check.
You never trust a gnome Happy Meal seller.
You never trust McDonald's in the medieval times. Okay, yeah, no, there's no traps. And Jezebel, you watch this go down. You see this little egg. What do you think about the little egg?
Jezebel kind of stares at it.
You
Wait,
want one?
is someone inside there?
I try to open the egg.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
and well, I want to know what's inside.
Oh, there's
No, no.
what is inside? There's like a little toy. There's a little charm. It's super charming. It's cute. And does it play music? What does it do, Roland?
Oh yes. It keeps this music going on and on. That it fills you with wonderful feeling of safety, and you feel that you definitely it's so lovely that you need to come again to get second one of these.
Well,
I
Yeah?
squint, and then I decide to give the toy to the little bunny girl.
Jezebel shakes her head and is like,
mm,
I don't know why it's talking.
yeah.
It's making bird noises,
Okay,
but
so-
it's not a bird.
Both of you roll a wisdom save.
Oh no!
Oh yes.
Oh my god!
Actually, you start to give it to her, and you're like, "No, I really want this." And you turn it off. It doesn't make any more music, but you really want to keep this thing, and you immediately feel like jealous. And Jezebel, roll a wisdom save.
Oh my god!
They're both fails. Jezebel, you really want one of the toys. And Eldan, you don't want to give it to her at all. And Jezebel, you really want one of the toys.
Jezebel kind of just bounces in place and looks at the thing. I don't want any of the food. I just want a toy.
Can I roll a wisdom check for her cuteness?
Oh, sure. You're totally entranced by her cuteness. But you're not giving up that toy.
Oh no! Let's see.
Exactly. So,
wisdom.
Roland, seeing this happen, what do you do?
Can I roll or like?
I mean, what is it you're trying to do?
Oh yeah, I'm actually enticed by her cuteness.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, you're enticed by her cuteness. You don't have to roll to be that. I mean, it's cute, man. Yeah, super cute.
I beg your pardon. You seem to be a wonderful couple, but could you give some more space for next?
No, she wants a toy. She wants a toy, Roland. She saw Ellen's toy and she wants a toy. Do you want to give her a toy? Happy Meal toy?
You dear young girl, I got to. You have some problems with these Happy Meals. You seem to be a bit distressed.
No, she wants a toy. She's wanting the toy. You want to give her a toy or not? What is it you're trying to convince her of?
I can offer you one with fish instead of meat in it.
Yeah, just give her a toy, right? Yeah. So yeah, Jezebel, you've got a toy. Elden's got a toy, and you're good. What else are you guys gonna do? I think you're done.
Yay! Thank you.
Yeah, write it down in your character sheet. You've got a Roland McDaniel's Happy Meal toy in your possession.
Wait, what?
You have a Roland McDaniel's Happy Meal toy in your possession, and you don't want to give it up.
Well, since Jezebel already got a toy, I'm just gonna put it in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She stops begging
Since I
for your
really
toy.
want it.
Yeah. Oh, you definitely want that toy. Oh yeah. Give me that toy.
If she really wants it, though, I'm going to try to persuade her to like leave me alone about it.
Oh no, once she gets her own toy, she stops bugging you about yours. No, you've got your toy, she's got her toy. Everybody's happy. And you guys are both en route to the Welcome Wench. You have this little experience. Does this experience inspire you guys to unite as a group, or what do you guys say to each other?
Well, yeah, I'm actually going to try to talk to Jezebel.
Do it. Yeah, do it. Go ahead. Go for it.
Hey, bunny girl. Well,
it's not my name. You can at least ask my name instead of just calling me bunny girl.
I'm so sorry. I just thought that, like, you know, you're far too cute for any other name.
Jezebel blushes and kind of like looks at her feet.
I smile, a wide smile. Well, since I've noticed that you're going in the same direction, I was thinking maybe we could go together. Where are you going?
I'm going to the Welcome Wench. I heard it was in this direction, and from what I remember, everything looks familiar from what I remember it being told.
Huh, I was actually going in the same direction, the same place. I'm trying to find an adventure group, actually.
Oh, well, I guess you can walk with me if you want.
Well, thanks, bunny girl. I mean, Jezebel. Sorry.
She just kind of huffs and crosses her arms and starts walking.
Nice. All right.
I smile.
We've got a hook.
I keep my small smile.
Nice, nice. He keeps a small smile. It's on his character sheet, guys. What's that?
Yeah, I just want to say that, like, my character has a small smile on his face all the time.
Okay.
He never really frowns.
Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead and move across the city, guys. Let's go ahead and move on in towards Adventurer's Quarter.
Can I ask you about that, actually?
Yeah. What's up?
How much should I move?
Oh, sorry, guys. Here. Just move this direction. Do you see the arrow moving? Move on up. It doesn't matter how far you guys move, as long as Jezebel, wrong way. You want to go to the right. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Wrong way as I moved back.
I like it if you guys would just like keep your movement to like 6 squares at a time. I kind of like keep my scale at 6 squares at a time, even though we're at a different scale. It just kind of makes sense. And if anything happens in that time, if any random encounters happens, I'll let you know. But go ahead, move again. You guys just perfect. Is kind of an animation game, but move together, stay together, and just kind of boop, then move again another 6 squares. That's the normal 30-foot movement. Even though you as an wood elf gets 35 movement, you're going to get 7 squares. But go ahead and move up here to this little corner here, and then we'll stop.
5 feet is what square?
Well, we're at like how many feet here? We're like 100 feet is each square right now. So you and Jezebel come up to this corner, you notice over here in this corner is a man on a pike, like a telephone pole of a pike, and he is twitching as if he's still alive. You see it, you notice it from all the way across 800 feet away. You notice that a guy is standing there, somehow still alive. It's really grotesque. It's really brutal. It's savage. And right here in the center of town, and right next to him, you see a city guard kind of keeping an eye on what's going on. It is the most brutal thing you've ever seen. And what do you guys think about that?
I'm a very cold person, and I control my emotions very well, so it's just an unusual scene. Like, it would be an unusual scene for me.
Okay.
But I still think that it's very, very odd that something like this would happen in the city.
Very odd.
I've never heard. Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I have never heard of this type of execution before.
Yeah, he's not executed. He's still alive. Jezebel, what do you think about that?
Oh my god, that's so gross.
You would have definitely heard of this kind of execution. Being put on a pike is a normal type of execution in this time. So Yeah,
Oh.
you've heard of
Yeah,
this before. Yeah.
She's heard of it, but she's
Right.
like, I'm not prepared.
Right, yeah. Put it on display here in Adventurers Quarter. And as Gundagoot, this man who is there's a man sitting next to you, and he is smoking a spliff, looking at this same scene, taking it in, and as you see him, he's looking and seeing you. He goes, yeah, it's pretty brutal, is what he says, isn't it? I've been staring at that son of a bitch for 5 months now. About 6 months, actually. I try not to keep track of it. He slapped a woman for failing a charisma save. You don't have to know what that is. I'm super meta. That's just how I roll. But, yeah, he claimed he was a paladin. Claimed he was a paladin. But, to be honest, adventurers like that, like you, he looks at you directly, and you, with your bunny ears, are what protect us from the fiend and the fae of the world. Not the city guard. Not the military. The military is busy fighting princes, fighting over princesses, and fighting over their political wars. The people who are really making a difference, ever since the times of elemental evil, these people who are fighting these wars against the fae and the fiends are the ones that make the difference. And when a guy like that fails to be a paladin, as he resented himself, tries to be an oath breaker before he even takes an oath, everything falls apart. And it's gross, it's brutal, it's savage, it's exactly against everything that we should call ourselves civilized by being about. But you know what? It definitely teaches a lesson about what you should or shouldn't be in this town. And actually, as the innkeeper of the Welcome Wench, I only care that you be hungry. Are you hungry for some biscuits and gravy? Because I got the best biscuits and gravy in Obsidian Bay, right here.
Biscuits sound good, but I mean, are you sure you're okay watching this all the time? It doesn't make you feel sick? I have something for that if you need it.
What do you got?
Oh, well, my mom taught me to make lots of different medicines, so I might. She has the equivalent of like Pepto-Bismol, but not disgusting, and probably a tea.
He indicates with his cigarette, his spliff, that all the medicine I've got right here is in this elven green. I'm good to go. But thank you. If I ever got a tummy ache, I'd come see you. I know exactly what those herbs are about. I've got some druids in Druids Grove right around the corner from me. Man, they have the best of everything. He looks at...
Hello, druids.
Really? Well, you're in the right place, honey. And he looks at the elf. He says, why so dark, elf? You're no drow.
Yeah, sir, I was just looking at the paladin. I think you did a good job putting him on that pike. Oathbreakers deserve that.
I wish I could take credit for it. It's a profound piece of artwork. It's served its purpose many times over. But thanks for recognizing it. It must be hard for you to be in a city, huh?
Yeah, it's not. It's fine city. Kind of. It's unique.
Yeah, but every guy that's got a pot to piss in wants to throw it out his window. Watch out for that.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna be careful. Thanks.
So come on in and have some biscuits and gravy. I'll take care of you.
Sure, sir.
All right. We got good berry mead as well. That'll put some hit points where you need them. Come on in.
I had a burger before, but it wasn't enough.
Wait, what? A burger? Oh my God. Whatever I can tell you, do not eat the burgers from the street vendors. Those guys are the worst.
Oh no, sir, I already ate it. What's gonna happen to me?
You're fine. Just don't accept their toys. And you don't want to talk about the toy you have in your pocket because it's your toy and you don't want to give it up.
It's a cursed item.
Such an awesome toy. Did you accept his toy?
I accepted his toy.
No, say no. Say no. Say no.
Oh, sorry. No. I'm
No.
sorry.
Ooh.
No. What toy?
You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
Never,
Oh,
sir. I would never lie to you.
I
After
don't
what you
know.
did, after
I gotta do something about these street vendors. Oh my god! And he opens the door and leads you inside.
Wait. Did Jezebel tell him about her toy? Because she's a guilty person.
He didn't. He looks at you and assumes, as a druid, you would not have eaten his meat in the first place. So
Well, she didn't eat the meat, but she got the toy.
but
She's lawful good.
exactly. But that's the whole thing that happened. That a Gundagoot wouldn't assume that he was having a conversation with Eden. So Eldan. So
that's
yeah,
fair.
yeah, it's fine. He didn't. He took that for granted. So, and in we go to the welcome wench.
Yay!
You know, this is our best part.
Yes.
Yes.
About roles and things like that. Well, he asked me if I lied to him or not. Shouldn't I throw a dice?
We're fine. You're fine.
Or it's not necessary,
It's
right?
not necessary. We're role playing, and we don't need rolls
No.
when we're role playing. Yes. RLE versus ROLL. And if I had a punishment for you, usually when I have you roll the dice, there is a powerful price to pay if you fail. The price doesn't have to do with the fun of the game. You know what I'm saying? The fun of the game is the fun of the game. And as long as we're in the fun part, we're fine. When I have you roll dice, there's a specific price to pay. And when I have you roll dice, you're going to be stressed out every single time. Like, oh, fuck. If this rolls bad, something bad is going to happen to me. And usually you and I will have negotiated that before you even start to roll the dice. That's why I want to make sure that you wait for you and I to work out that negotiation before you bother to roll the dice. Because by the time you roll the dice, you should be stressed out. And it should be something powerful for you to pay a price for if the dice go badly. So that's why it's very important that we keep that truth in the game, because if we fail that, the whole game falls apart. So, but thanks for asking. I really appreciate it. It gives me an opportunity to explain that part. So, you are now outside the welcome wench. I'm setting up the welcome wench as we speak. And now we are walking into the welcome wench. But I want to take a moment to have a vignette with someone else, because the reason Gundagoot was outside smoking a spliff this time was because he had just gotten done introducing a few other people into the welcome wench before you guys walked in. So before you walk in, Gundagoot is going to have been accepting into the welcome wench a very prideful and powerful new person. And boom, get all these people moved around, because I got all these people that need to be moved around. Boom. James, let's bring your new character in to the welcome wench to the center with Gundagoot.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It was ice cream truck music. Okay, so Gundagoot accepts you into the welcome wench. Helios, what's going on? You seem to have a different attitude about you. What's the story?
I found out that the city guards no different than common street thugs.
Helios, I've seen you in this town your whole life, haven't I? I've known you since you were young.
Since I was yay tall. You and my father have been good friends as fellow innkeepers for a while.
I hoped you'd avoid their petty scams, but seems like you have. So what are you gonna do now, son?
I want to become an adventurer, because we all know the adventurers are those that have the real influence and power to protect the people around here. And that's what I want to do. I want to become influential enough to be able to make the city guard change, to have a fundamental change of Obsidian Bay, to make the city guard protect the people.
Yeah, that is a noble pursuit. But son, I gotta guard you, because being a part of the city guard is safe. There's nobody that's gonna hurt you. You got nothing to fear except your guards, the commanders, turning you in for ratting out someone for doing something nasty. That is not the threat that you're entering into now. The world you're trying to enter into right now, son, is deadly. We're walking outside the city guard's walls. The only way you're going to get killed as a military person is if we go into some sort of political combat. But they parlay the hell out of that. Kid, are you really ready for this?
I am. I've been training my entire life to try and do this, Gundagoot. I think I'm ready for it.
All right. Well, I've had enough sons to come through this wall right here, this doorway, this threshold that you're crossing, and have become successful. I hope I can help you do the same. Helios, I've known you my whole life. I want you to remember to come back to me safe. I'll help you.
That's always the plan, Gundagoot.
I'll help you. But you have to promise to come back to me safe, in one piece.
I will.
All right.
Don't plan on it any other way.
See that guy over there, Kane? You know him, right? You've seen him around.
Yeah, he's been one of your regulars for months now.
Yeah. Go talk to him. That's the best advice I can give you.
All right, thank you.
All right. Come back safe.
Oh, hey there. Might you be?
I'm Helios. Gundagoot's always been like an uncle to me. I've known him almost my entire life. I decided to take up adventuring. He pointed me towards you to kind of guide me.
Oh, really? Oh, Gundagoot's a good guy, so any friend of his, friend of mine. Welcome to the city, Helios. You want to be an adventurer, you say?
I do. I was in the city guard, but I found out they weren't any better than common thugs, and so I left after serving them for 10 years.
Well, that already makes you better than them. Not that that's saying much, but it's a good start. So you can fight. You've been in the city guard. You've been through training. That's good. Is there anything special? What do you do especially?
What I do best is essentially guarding others. I make sure they don't take damage. I use my shield to turn away to help block attacks from creatures that would attack my friends and my comrades.
My favorite kind of companion. Good. There's definitely a place for you here. Have you heard of the Goblin Home?
There's no goblins in the city.
I thought you being a city guard, you know better than that. You know you don't have to keep that up anymore, right?
Keep what up?
Oh, there's plenty of goblins to go around. And they're here all the time. We do the job you guys don't do. Or, well, at least your former partners refuse to do. And clear out all those goblins that are in the city, actually.
Will you help me clear them out or point me towards them so that I may do it my own?
Yeah, that's why we're here, right? You want to be an adventurer? You want to do some real good?
I do. It's all I've ever wanted to do.
God, I can imagine how someone joining the city guard would think that and then see the honest truth. They're criminals. You know, I'm a rogue and people assume we're criminals and we're the bad guys, but the truth is, the criminals are out there walking in armor, protecting the city, as they call it. But yeah, he can do some good. I'll point you in the right direction.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I hand him over a map.
And actually, I think Kane, you might go with him.
Yeah,
yeah,
awesome.
I think you guys are gonna go together. And with that, we're going to take a moment because we also have Gundagoot was also taking care of something else while you guys are talking. Gundagoot walked back to the stairs and greeted somebody back from his bath. Francisco Scaramanga returned from his bath, and Gundagut was waiting at the bottom of the stairs for him. If you guys could, Francisco, if you could move yourself to the scroll up to where the stairs are in the welcome wench, and boom.
Sorry, just we're there, or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want me somewhere else?
Oh no, there. And as you walk down the stairs, Gundagut greets you. Francisco.
Gandaguk, thank you for the amenities.
Oh, you seem to be restored a bit to your noble self. Please have a seat and talk to Hesta, our village elder.
I've lost control of him now.
Oh, really? Okay, I had updated him. Boom, and give me a second. Boom. Oh yeah. Second, I'll set this up. He's got the new updates from the updates that you wanted. What are you on this? Detain. Should be good. Can you move it?
Yes.
All right, good. Move him along.
Aisha Gandaguk, where is she?
Oh, he motions up and to the left. Yeah. Welcome
Excuse me, my lady. Gandaguk said I should talk to you.
Hello, Francisco. How are you? He looks deeply into your eyes.
I'm never sure.
Please have a seat.
Why, thank you. You're most gracious.
You are quite an odd individual. I sense no anger in you, Francisco. Why do you present yourself to us in this way, in this manner? What brings you here to this bar?
I guess I am searching for meaning.
What a deep philosophical answer. But Francisco, you are not one that is meant to be searching for meaning. You are meant to be one that is reaching for someone's entrails and ripping them out of their living body. Francisco, tell me why you are what you are, Francisco. You aren't a human being.
I was. That much I know. That many memories I have. But I don't show or feel any ill will to the worm. I envy them, but I have no ill will to them. I don't know how I got like this. I should not be here. I should be worm food, but I'm not.
And we should strike you down where you stand, Francisco, and put you out of your misery. Francisco,
If that is what you will, I won't stop you.
I just need to know. You've already answered a very deep philosophical question, which helps me understand why you are what you are. But why, Francisco? I've seen all manner of creature come through, human and inhuman, and undead now approach me, wanting the same thing. Francisco, why should I allow you to pass through these halls and back out into the world? Is there something longing inside of you that should give me reason to not put you out of your misery?
All I can say is that the only reason I think that I am back here in this state is because the gods have something left for me to do. And inside wherever I am, I have this deep sense that I need to protect. As yet, I do not know what, but I need to protect. Maybe my reason of the gods and that are the same.
Hmm. Well, I have worked my magic upon you, and I do not sense that you are a creature that is under the control of another. I sense that your will is your own, Francisco. If you were a construct, you would have already been put to rest. But you are not a construct, are you? You are a being
Not
of your
that I know.
own free will, aren't you, Francisco? And for that, I share your longing. And if your will is to protect, then I will give you something to protect. Do you accept my mission?
Why, yes. I guess if I was meant to be here, then this is what I was meant to hear. So I accept.
Francisco, follow Gundagut's advice. And as she speaks, you don't know it, but she passes a Giz spell upon you that commands you to follow her advice, but doesn't allow you to recognize that the spell has been put upon you, but yet in meta knowledge. And you realize that you're being offered a choice. Follow Gundagut's advice or die. And she asks you, would you follow Gundagut's advice?
Of course.
Oh,
I will follow his advice.
thank you. Francisco, come see me before the next new moon.
I shall do this.
I am sure of it. It's a pleasure, Francisco. We expect great things from you. Please protect your secret.
Thank you, Hester.
You step up, and Gundagut is standing and motioning that. So you want to fight, huh?
I want to know what your advice is, Gundagut.
My advice is to protect my my adventurers. I'm good at one thing: detecting who is a good adventuring party. I'm gonna organize a few people. I'd offer you beer. I'd offer you biscuits and gravy, but we both know that's not what you want. I'd offer you room and board, but we know you don't rest. Francisco, I'm going to give you safety in my basement.
Thank you, Gundagut.
Francisco, I'm going to give you something to defend. And I hope that serves your deeper need. Hesta sees something in you, and she recognizes the truth you seem to speak of. If you can be true to that truth, you'll have a future here. I hope you can. I'm good at detecting someone that's good with a sword, and you seem to be that. So please, do that. I'll do what I can to protect your secret, but these humans and these rogues are wily people. They're wise beyond their measure. The dice seem to roll in their favor more often than it should. So I can't help you if they bring torches upon you. So Francisco, take your rest and make the best of the dungeon that I have to offer to you. But it's the best that I can offer you. Please accept it as it is.
Thank you, Gandagook. I will take this offering. I guess it is for the best anyway.
It's the best thing I can see. Do you have a better option?
No, not at the moment. Maybe I shall find something else in the future.
In the future, there's going to be corporations that are as undead as you are, and they make millions of dollars exploiting people for everything you can imagine. Maybe someday you could become one of those. But for right now, let's have you fight some fight. Does that sound like fun?
If I can aid people in this fight, then yes. And I long for the battle. It is the only thing I know, and it will take my mind off things, I think.
Good. It's better than being a nasty corporation. So I accept you as an undead, and better you be this than a fucking corporation, he says. And with that...
and Gandagook, I
yes.
have one more thing.
Yes. What can I do for you?
I need a shield, Gandagook. I did not have time to grab one. Can you get me a shield?
Absolutely.
Please?
I will find you the finest shield our basement has to offer.
Thank you.
All right. And with that, I'm going to put a pin in things, guys. End of file. We're going to pause. It's been an hour and a half of recording. I want to stop and I want to check in with everybody.